Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Cecily, and I just thought to do this video, and I think it's about as honest as I could be about this. I think, I've been creating content for multiple channels, not only mine here and there. Obviously, you haven't seen that many videos on this channel, but I've been producing content for other people's channels and helping people produce stuff. And I've been creating like a flurry of like stories that I haven't finished, and I'm just like having such a hard time understanding why I'm not completing things, or why I'm not able to actually pull one video out of this mass amount of content that I've been filming in the past couple weeks. And I think the real reason is because I've forgotten how to vlog. I was sitting here actually looking at someone else's vlog, and I was like, it's like a day in the life kind of thing. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what my video lacks. The intro, the, pulling it through, the transitions. Please close the door. Just the ending, the storytelling, because when you vlog, you have to have an idea of how the story is going to flow in your mind. So for every story, you have to have a beginning, right? You have to have an introduction. You're setting the tone. They're setting the location. It's what to expect. And then you kind of have to have the foresight to move the story. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Cecily. I'm going to sit here and we're going to have a great day together. And this is what we're going to do. And you want to give as much of that information as possible, but not in detail, but just like what for the people to expect. Then you go about your day and you kind of record pieces. And the pieces don't necessarily have to go together. They can be chronological in a sense, but they still can be different videos, like a montage. They don't necessarily have to directly relate to every single clip, is what I'm trying to say. And then there's usually in the story, the point of telling the story. What's the climax? What's the point? Oh, you know what? We were going to sit here and record me delivering food today. So you get to see that part. Or there's a surprise. You thought you were going to see me talk about delivering food, but then I have an issue with a customer, and that kind of takes over. And then as a YouTuber, that becomes the title of the video and not the silly, I just wanted to deliver today. So I'm saying all this to say that there's an art to it. It's not just turn your camera and just run all these things together, because when people watch, they'll realize you really didn't have any point. You really didn't know what you were doing. And when I started vlogging and I started doing this, my mind adjusted to it. And so everything that was cool in my life to me was vlog worthy. I mean, I was just jazzed to do it. But since I haven't done that in a long time, my mind is just not wired that way anymore. And so I'm having a difficulty in putting all these things together and putting them out there to you. I literally have about a week's worth of content, and I'm just like, and because I produce news on another channel that is a little bit more, it's definitely a lot less freestyle and more like a structured storytelling. I write all of my stuff out, and I'm reading freestyle. And that's a safer place, because all you have to do is perform that content. You're not really having to focus on a dynamic virtual story that will change throughout the day. So, with that being said, I'm going to work on getting some of these stories out and just keep going at it, because this is what I enjoy doing. I love vlogging. I love making content, and I'm struggling over here and trying to figure out how to get back to that place. And it just honestly just took me actually watching other people's vlogs, like, oh yeah, just rewiring those places in your brain where you're like, familiarity, okay, this is how we do this. And yeah, so I thought that was a cool explanation. And if anybody's interested in vlogging, that's just some insight on how it actually works. Like for people who do the vlog for the week thing, it's really interesting, because you think it's going to end up being one thing and it ends up being another thing, but all of the little mini storylines are ran up against each other. But as long as you have the beginning and end, and just those midpoints of like, yeah, so we went to the store and now we're headed out to dinner, and dinner was great last night, but I can't wait till tomorrow. Like those kinds of transitions that move the story along, are great. So yeah, not a rideshare related video, but if you're interested in creating rideshare vlogs, that's generally how it works. You can't really predict, excuse me, how those interactions go with customers and restaurants and people and all that kind of stuff. So the best thing for you to be able to do is to, summarize succinctly what's happening in between stuff, show different locations and places and things like that. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and do a rideshare vlog, just one, so I can get back to, in my mind, like how that works. And it was fun. It was fun. And I mean, I haven't done anything like that in a couple of years, so I'll put one together for you guys. All right. And now my daughter's taking a shower. Talk to you guys later. Bye.